We are at the annual conference of the Beginning Farmer and Rancher Development Program, and once a year we get everybody to come together and share what they've learned, what they're doing, and it's just an amazing opportunity for projects that are in different parts of the country, but they don't have a chance to talk face-to-face very often. So we bring them together, ask them to report on their projects, and share their lessons learned with one another.
It's been a great opportunity to meet new people, to really get a different way of thinking and a different way of looking at some of the problems that we're experiencing in our own areas and drawing on the knowledge and some of the best practices from other programs around the country. We've learned a lot about job hatching as a form of using agriculture to help sustain incomes. There are other things like agripreneurs and agricultural parks, which were concepts I wasn't familiar with, but I could see how we could use some of these ideas in the community in which I'm from.
I think it's a great way to develop partnerships, and I'm not just saying partnerships for the 3 or 4 days we're at the conferences. I foresee these partnerships going, for many years to come. I'm going to, hopefully go and visit some of the projects that I've learned about. And one thing that I'm going to take back is the evaluation tools, because it always seems the difficult part of how do you measure impacts. And I think it's critical because we want to be able to measure them, document them, and then report on them. So I'm going to be following up on how others have measured impacts. And I also very happy to share is how we developed a sustainable curriculum, one that's being taught through our local junior college, and it's being created to be a long-term certificate program. So the Beginning Farmer and Rancher program will go on, and we will continue even after the grant is over.
The tools that other people, including Growing Power, are creating and that we can share, so we're not working in a vacuum. I create a tool, someone else creates a tool, someone else, and we can just share them and then put them out there in whatever format, whatever forum. It's amazing, very eye-opening. And the other thing is, finally people are talking about translating. I haven't heard any, but there's going to be a session. I'm going to ask some of the Hmong farmers that are here, is there translating into Hmong? I know a group that we worked with through National Immigrant Farming Initiative, the Somali Bantu. I was trying to coax one of the young ladies in one of the families we worked with to do translation, because that's just an absolute roadblock.
The theme here, Cruzando Fronteras, has been just a great organizing theme. Diversity has been very important to this program for all the reasons we've talked about, but also the legislation requires that at least 25% of the funding in the program go to socially disadvantaged, limited resource, farm worker projects that are serving those audiences, women.
This myth that, women are not supposed to be engaging in farming, it's not true, because Latino farmers were really welcoming of women like me coming in and saying, we want to help, we want to be a supporter of what you're doing. So I think in general, what we are doing is bringing diversity in many different aspects, and the most important one is the civic engagement piece.
And we will do it again next year. We will have another conference next year in Maryland. The University of Maryland will host what will be the 5th conference.